Plaintiff Michelle Williams dated the defendant, but she claims she had him arrested after he punched her in the face in front of her 2 children. Michelle is suing him for stolen money and a car. Defendant Anthony Klingman Jr. admits that he hit Michelle, but insists it was only a knee-jerk reaction after she pushed him, threw wine on him, and hit him in the face with a coffee mug. Anthony denies owing Michelle for anything.
Tell me what's happening.
Your Honor, I met Anthony on a date site. I began to date him, trusted him, and then he began to lie, cheat, and steal. He punched me in the face in front of my 2 children and was charged for domestic battery.
When was that?
That was Memorial Day weekend of 2011.
And what happened? Was he convicted?
Yes, Your Honor. I do have proof of it.
Convicted?
Yeah, he's
All right.
convicted of that
Let's
crime.
see it. Thank you. What else you want me to know? Background on the relationship?
He was keeping secrets, passwords. I found later
Passwords to what?
his site, to the site me and him met on. I began to date him, trusted him, and then he began to lie, cheat, and steal. He punched me in the face in front of my 2 children and was charged for domestic battery.
Plaintiff Michelle Williams dated the defendant, and she claims she had him arrested after he punched her, but he insists he only hit Michelle after she hit him with a coffee mug.
Let me hear from you, sir.
Okay, how you doing today, Judge Mathis? Actually stated that yes, we met it on a dating site, but answer a little bit about what she said as far as me hitting her. I'm not the type of person that go around hit on women. You know, I have 4 sisters. What had happened was that, like I said, 2 years ago, Memorial Day weekend, we was going to spend a holiday together, and we was at her house, and we was in the bedroom, and I was on the computer on my Facebook page, and she was drinking boxed wine, and she started to. Yeah, she actually got upset with me because I was on my Facebook page and I was responding to a female friend of mine, and she got upset and she started hitting me in my face. I asked her to stop.
Was the content something that indicated you were cheating with the woman?
No. It was just more or less somebody I hadn't talked to or seen in a long time. They said, hey, how you doing? She actually got upset because I wouldn't let them know that I was, as she say, kicking it with my girl. And we wasn't boyfriend, girlfriend, we was just friends with benefits. But anyway, she continued to hit me in my face. I asked her to stop. You know, she kept doing this, so I grabbed her by her face. I said, please quit hitting me in my face. She jumped up, ran in the other room, called the police. Once I heard that, I figured it's time for me to defuse the situation, get up out of there. Tried to leave out the bedroom. She comes back in the bedroom. She pushes me. She closed the door. She throws wine in my face. She had a porcelain coffee cup. She hits me in my jaw with it. It wasn't an action. It was a reaction, and I did hit her. I am sorry that I did it, but in the heat of the situation, it did happen.
Ma'am, is this how it happened?
Some of that is true.
You assaulted him first?
No, Your Honor. I asked him to put down my computer first, and I tried to snatch it out of his hand. And he let me know that if I was to try again, what I would get. So then I did it again, and he's grabbed me by my face, and he left his whole handprint across my face.
You didn't throw wine in his face?
That's after the first incident when he left his handprint that I did snatch from him. That he left his handprint across my face, and then I called the police, and he tried to leave the scene.
This the only time he assaulted you? It's the only time he assaulted you?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right. You're suing him for stolen money and the value of a car. How does he owe you for that?
After he had assaulted me and he went to the jail, he was booked in, he had asked me if I could bond him out of jail because he wasn't from the state of Indiana. He didn't like being in the jail with the inmates. He asked me if he could transfer money from his account into my account. We was in the same bank, and I told him yes. He kept the account number and had the password. And he later, after he bonded out, went back to the state of Ohio and used my information to transfer out, which I have proof of. He did it in small amounts, like for 3 days. He just took like 50, 25, 50 again another day. And
What was the total amount?
$320.
Over the course of what time?
He did it for 3 days. He did it starting June the 23rd.
And
all the way
when
up to
you
June
confronted him
25th.
about it, what did he say?
He denied he did it.
When's the last time you all discussed it?
When's the last time we discussed that?
Yes.
2011, June of 2011.
Okay. And the car, tell me about that.
He went to Ohio and he was arrested there in Ohio and transported back to Indiana to do his time for domestic battery, where he was found. They found him guilty for. And when he was there, Your Honor, I did help Anthony out some. He called my house. I sent him some commissary money. He was saying he was still going through changes in his life, so I let him move back in with me after he left the court to do his probation. And Anthony called me on my lunch break and was saying, I just totaled the vehicle. I totaled the vehicle down the road. You all weren't dating then? At that moment, no, because his friend that we had gotten into a previous fight about when he busted my mouth, she was on the other end of the phone, saying, you'll never get him again. He ain't repaying yours. You can keep thinking he's going to be with you.
Okay.
And
let me hear from you, sir.
Your Honor, most of that what she's saying is not true. That's all fabrication. As far as, yes, I went to jail for the domestic violence, you understand, but Michelle was there. Well, Ms. Williams was there the whole time. She put money on my book. She made sure it was money on her phone so I can call if I needed it. Was I living with her? No. I was not living with her. My home is Ohio, Cincinnati, and that's where I was always at. Yes, I did have a girlfriend. Like she said, my girlfriend did state to her that, I didn't want her, wasn't coming back there, any of that. As far as the car goes, I got out of jail, and she came and picked me up. When I stepped out the jailhouse, she was right there. She took me back to her house. I told her I needed to go home. For that first weekend, I got out on the Thursday. That Friday I left, I went to Cincinnati in her car that she let me use. It was raining. I got into a car accident. I did call her and let her know what happened. Not once did she say I owe her for the car or anything. She just asked me, was I okay? How did it happen? I told her. I continued to go. I stayed in Cincinnati. Never did come back. I was on my Facebook page and I was responding to a female friend of mine. She actually got upset because I wouldn't let them know that I was, as she say, kicking it with my girl. We wasn't boyfriend, girlfriend, we was just friends with benefits. But anyway, so I grabbed her by her face. I said, please quit hitting me in my face. She jumped up, ran out of the room, called the police.
Plaintiff Michelle Williams dated the defendant, and she claims she had him arrested after he punched her. But he insists he only hit Michelle after she hit him with a coffee mug.
Why shouldn't you have to pay her for her car?
Because she went there and filed charges and said I had stole her car, and I didn't steal her car.
All right.
So they gave me open. Well, actually, here you go.
Let's see it. Let's see what he has. And that's your defense to paying her?
Yes, sir.
Is that since she alleged that you had taken her car,
right? And I don't know. I don't remember exactly.
You shouldn't have to pay her,
right,
for damaging it.
Yes, sir.
Who should pay her? She
her
just
insurance
suffer
company.
The consequences herself.
Her insurance company.
Her insurance company.
Yes, sir.
Did they damage it?
No, sir.
Yeah, well, you're confused. The person who damaged her car should pay $3,016. You admit to damaging it. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I'm still a friend, we're going to be friends. We okay, I'm glad this is over with. We don't have to worry about nothing else, so that's that. I'm glad you got what you came to get, but it's over with now.
I don't have anything against Anthony. I just feel that, it's very important that, the date site, that women need to understand that that there is men out here that will lie and cheat and take a woman on.